Hello, everybody. Welcome to our new podcast. I am Joshua Roach, and this is our first podcast of the Day One Squad Night. Now, I have two guests here today, and one of them is a regular, and one of them is going to be a special guest on this podcast. First one, introduce yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Jaime. I'll be here on these nights and talking to you about these topics. And our special guest today is very special. And he's a man with deep thoughts. And his name is
Yeah, I was having some deep thoughts. I thought you was gonna say these nuts. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so that's Michael.
How you
So
doing,
we're
Michael?
gonna-
Michael Rivera.
That's Michael.
So,
Rivera.
first off, we're going to introduce ourselves a bit. There are a lot of things that we do on a regular basis, and one of the things we decided to do was start this podcast because we realized that we had a lot of interesting commentary, and we wanted to share that with you all tonight. And I'll start off, as I said before, I'm Josh, and I'm currently a college student. I'm broke, and this is kind of our way of sort of trying to remedy the situation. And we're just here to have fun. And some things about me, I'm pretty petty. You'll find that out over the course of our several podcasts as we do these, probably once or twice a week. And so I'm pretty petty. Other things I like to do, I like to make fish tanks, and that's one of the main things about me. But enough about me. Let's go on to our next host, Mr. Jaime Gonzalez.
My boy JJ Aquatics.
Hello, everybody. It's back to your boy Jaime. First, Josh, I want to say, you're not broke. You're just going through a financial transition.
Just going through it all the time.
A financial transition all the time. Yeah. So I'm Jaime. I guess on the day-to-day basis, I specialize in thinking. I think a lot about things, and that may sound like it's like time-wasting thing, but you start to think deeply about things. For example, you ever thought about just like the power of carpets? I'm looking at a carpet right now.
Carpet.
I can sit down for an hour and just think about this carpet. Not only just the presence that it brings to this room. Okay, it's got red, it's got orange, it's got
I'm gonna name every fiber in the world.
what's that color? We have our special guest is an artist. What's that dark red color called? What's that? Maroon?
That's brown.
That's not.
That's brown.
This is not brown. This dark
brown.
red. Okay, this dark red is not. That's
You mean-
brown.
you mean burgundy?
It's brown.
Burgundy,
I think
so-
it's brown.
We got burgundy. So
It's brown, mate.
I specialize in being able to just take these boring things, and just put some creativity. So that's what I do, and it can be a little bit of a prison at times, constantly all these thoughts, but
Hey man, what are we saying, Mr. Aubrey Graham?
that's how it is, We the best. So
We
so,
in it.
so Michael,
We geeking. We
you wanna-
booing.
you wanna talk a little more about yourself, Michael?
Yeah. Hi, I'm Michael. I play video games for a living. That's about it.
That's it.
No.
Like, come on,
What
dog.
kind of video games you play?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't play
speak up,
games
dog.
for a
Yeah,
living.
speak up. Yo.
I ain't no professional YouTuber. No, I play like Call of Duty and like GTA, anything that has like generic racing and shooting in it.
So would you say you're like a professional video gamer in the process?
No,
Would you
So it's just
describe
like
yourself as
casual.
basic?
Casual.
Casual?
Casual.
Okay, casual. When you say casual, though, how often do you play video games?
Like about 3 hours, no more than like 3 hours a day until then I get bored.
That seems a little more than casual, though.
No, that's about casual.
That's casual.
3 hours a day, yeah.
I think that's casual.
That's casual.
Leave your answer in the comments.
We'd
what
love
you
to hear
think.
from you.
Yeah, we'd love to hear your any topics you have for the future. That's one thing I forgot to mention. If you have any further topics you want us to talk about on this podcast, just let us know. We're really open to suggestions, whatever you guys want. You know, we have a great chemistry going on here, and whatever you guys want us to talk about, we can bring up in the future for these podcasts. Now, to get started, we have a few topics we're going to talk about tonight, and number one on the list is going to be ASMR, because I know that's going around the internet at the moment. Everybody's talking about ASMR, and people are making some big bucks in that YouTube money. So, guys, what's your opinion on ASMR?
Let me just give y'all a little sneak. You know you like the
Michael,
sound of me drinking this beer.
From doing that, you're ruining our podcast. Dog.
Yeah, man, it's
That's kind of
I'm
weird.
giving them what they
kind of
came
a-
for. They want ASMR. I'm giving them ASMR.
and they didn't know we were going to talk about ASMR.
Hey, man, that's ASMR. I already introduced it, dog. I don't want to do what you say.
There's no going back.
But you know what? I think ASMR can be useful to some people because it calms a lot of people down. I think it can be used as a good therapeutic, thing. Just sometimes I feel like some videos, that might not be the target. I feel like sometimes it might be like clickbait, It's just, I don't feel like they're trying to get those people, like they're targeting those people. I think they're trying to target a wider audience. Do you know what I mean, Josh?
I know what you're talking about. Sometimes I'll find myself, on a lonely night, scrolling through Facebook, and I just come across one of those videos, and it's like 4 minutes long, and I'll watch the entire 4 minutes.
Yeah.
So it just grabs you, it just pulls you in, even if you don't know, like you don't want to watch it, at the end of it, you just feel weird that you legit sat through that for 4 minutes of somebody eating like a crab leg.
Yeah.
That's what I don't get, because I have about my biggest pet peeve is like people smacking and eating with their mouth open. So I don't get how people could just sit there and listen to someone,
This thing is just a
or
calming factor.
the
Right,
noise
it
in their
just
mouth
pulls
for
you
like
in,
40 minutes straight.
I feel really, 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 really weird afterwards. I've had better days.
Yeah.
But
It's kind of like, where do
every
you
time
go?
they get me. Yeah,
It's like, where do you go after you watch that video? Like,
yeah, it's just what do you do now?
Yeah.
What do you do with your life now, knowing
'Cause,
that
like-
you just sat through that video?
Like what else do you watch after this video? Because it feels like you kind of like,
You're just stuck. You just go down the rabbit hole,
it's
and
like
then now you're looking at people messing with kinetic sand, and then it goes to slime, and then you're back to eating
God.
again, and it's just a downward slope, and you just go through the whole list of topics of
Yeah.
ASMR videos.
Before you know it, you're subscribed to like 4 different ASMR people.
Guys, let us know if you
YouTubers.
want us to do some ASMR
Is that how
on the channel.
is that how like food review channels start? They start off as ASMR channels, and then they, because they probably eat a lot, and then they start reviewing food.
Yeah, pretty much.
Reviewing food. I can't
I
talk.
don't know why, but I guess a lot of people like, watching people eat. I mean, could not be me. Cannot
Yeah.
relate.
I could
but
see
mean-
myself, if I'm hungry at night and I can't afford to eat, and I'm just sitting there hungry.
Just
I might
watch
just-
someone stuff their face.
I mean,
what else to do?
I mean, they say, like, I think they say like 80% of eating is just your smell. So like, I mean, if you can't smell and you can't eat, the next best thing is your eyes and listening.
Hey, dog, I believe it. I do it.
Satisfy your hunger.
Sometimes you just gotta get that sensation whatever way you can.
Yeah.
It's I'm just saying, it's downward slope. So, what's the next topic on the list?
Well, Josh, the next topic on our list is the social media and how it influences our lives.
Oh man, if I had $1 for all the time I've wasted on Facebook at 10 o'clock at night, scrolling down the list like I don't already know what's on there because I've scrolled through it like 50 times, and I'm just looking at my phone, and I think to myself every time, I'm like, if someone walked in and I'm just like in the dark, just flipping through my phone on Facebook, it'd be pretty weird. You know, it's
It'd be pretty weird if you were like in public and like you were scrolling through like an old friend's Facebook and it just happened to come by behind you and ask what you were doing.
Oh yeah, that would be really weird.
I had that happen to me once.
Really? What happened?
I was just chilling in the library at SBC,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm not gonna say names of who I was looking at, but I was just say it was a girl. I'll say girl A.
so you were lurking.
So I was lurking. Yeah. I was just I was just lurking.
I think I was there.
Through you were there. You remember that, right? I was
Okay.
just lurking through their Facebook page, and then I was looking at their pictures, and I was just being nosy me.
Those are the birds, by the way. You'll be hearing them a lot.
Yeah, that's gonna be a
Yeah.
common occurrence. You know,
You'll
that's,
tune them out like I do.
What are their
Yeah,
names, Jamie?
Their names are lyric, like song lyrics, and the other one is named Bye Bye.
There you go, Lyric and Bye Bye. There also might be another special guest who might appear, which is Mr. Maximilian Gonzalez.
Yeah.
He likes to frequent this couch every once in a while. So if he comes by and you hear some barking or some howling, just know it's Max. It's a pretty cute dog. So
Lyric is being lyrical like Eminem. You're trying to record a diss track.
Man, I'm
Coming
sure
for
we
you,
can make it
Eminem.
happen.
Yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, so I was just lurking in her pictures. I wasn't lurking in her DMs, and I wasn't planning to DM her. I was just lurking in her like old photos, and I was just admiring what I was looking at, because I'll be honest, she was kind of cute, but Jamie failed to inform me that that said person, just call him Girl A, was lurking behind me.
I like to see things play out. It's just me.
Yeah, you didn't tell me that she was lurking behind me, and when she came in, I had to quickly just close my Surface Pro, and I had to come up with a scapegoat. I had to come up with a plan to avert away from what I was doing, because she was kind of wondering what I was doing, because I closed my book so abruptly. I'll tell you this, Jamie. That day I wanted to hit you so bad. I wanted to just kill you.
Dang.
Thank God she never knew what happened.
Well, she's gonna probably listen to this. She is. We have a group
if
chat.
you're out there, just know Michael was lurking on your page. You know who you are.
You were just looking. I just accepted her friend request.
You know exactly who's talking on the other side of this mic.
I won't ruin
If you
this.
have any problems, we have a business email up on the channel. You can send it to Mr. Michael Rivera.
And so, with social media, I feel like you have to use social media as a tool of entertainment, because if you start giving too much of your life, then it starts to have like a negative impact. You know what I mean, Josh?
Yeah, social media, it's definitely a lot more prevalent in our society today. A lot of the kids are completely obsessed with it. I like to joke around and call myself an old man, because I'm like the one kid in class who only has a Facebook, and everyone else, they have Snapchats, Instagrams, things like that, and I'm over here. I don't have none of that. I call myself old. I'm behind the times, unlike, most of the kids my age, but I try to stay, updated on some of the current events and happenings. So, I might get a Snapchat or an Instagram one of these days. I haven't been convinced yet that I'll actually do something with it, but given the proper moment, I'll probably cave in. I mean, I am a 20-year-old after all. It's nature's course.
Josh,
I
I want to
feel-
bring up.
I feel-
Jamie, I want to bring up. You guys ever seen like on Instagram or Snapchat? You ever see people who like to drive and record themselves driving, like listening to music?
That's
Hey,
me.
dog.
That's you. What do you mean that's you? Hold up. What do you mean that's you? You
He's
drive
basic,
and record
dog.
yourself
What do you
driving,
mean?
listening to music?
I mean, sometimes I just like the music. By the way, guys, you should never listen to music and drive, like record yourself.
What?
Because one hand that's dangerous, but I do it sometimes because sometimes just because like I like to post the music I'm listening to, because I can go from just basic stuff like Drake, or I can go to like João Gilberto, that's Brazilian music. Sometimes I just get into
Pretty big difference there.
really like I just get into these exotic musics, and I just feel the need to share them with people, even though I know they don't care. I just do it because it makes me feel a certain way. So yeah, I am one of those people.
And that's something you guys should take note of. That Jamie's favorite, or like one of his most favorite artists, is going to be Drake. He's probably gonna bring it up a lot.
Hey,
He's always in his feelings, like Aubrey Graham. So just to let y'all know,
Jimmy likes to
just
pop on some
if you
Aretha
don't
Franklin.
if you don't want to hear about Drake, you might want to tune out Jamie. About 30 minutes out of your podcast.
we just have to realize that he is, you have people, they come in, they change the game. You have Beethoven, you have Santana, you have João Gilberto. I know I'm slaughtering how you're supposed to pronounce his name. You have Duke Ellington, but then in the modern day, nobody is as successful right now as Drake has been, and that is something that you just have to respect.
Yeah, but no one calls him Drake anymore. They call him Driz.
Drizzy?
Really, Drizzy?
Yeah,
I know they call him
Driz.
Drizzy Drake, but
Yeah, they call him
anyway,
Driz.
I mean, I think I feel like with like social media is like people always put their best selves out there, so like it can kind of depress you if you just kind of see all these people going on vacations and stuff, and you really take that to heart. Like that's not what life is.
Yeah, because they're like, sometimes I'll be on social media and I'll see like somebody who's graduated college in 3 years, and their like fourth year is basically just a giant vacation, and they're going on all around the world, several weeks at a time in different countries. Sometimes you feel bitter, but once you get past the bitterness, you realize that they're not always having fun as they put up, because at the end of the day, it's just a front, and people aren't going to show you the worst parts of their lives. They're going to show you the best parts. So you can't take it all to heart, because
It's not real life.
yeah, it's not real life. It's just what people want you to see, and what they want you to see is the best parts of their life.
Especially if it's their professional life, because they want their employers to be impressed.
Yeah.
Because
So-
that's how you get hired nowadays. Is any piece of like, whether you're a writer, whether you're a mathematician, if you're constantly putting out content to everyone who's interested, you're just gonna get more work.
Yeah.
Unless you're very respected or something.
So, you got anything to add, Mr. Rivera? You're our
No,
special
I was
guest.
just- I
You
was
ain't
just
talking
gonna
much, dog.
I was just gonna talk
speak
about
up.
how I can't stand people who just like record themselves while driving. Like I just secretly just ride up next to them, just
You
see
still
them,
on that?
see them. I just look at them. I just want them to get into an accident.
Hey, get on.
Like
Get
I
on
just
Jamie.
well, like I'm just like secretly wishing like yeah. Go, keep recording yourself driving. Listen to your Kanye West and your
You
and
good?
and your Taylor Swift. And yeah, I just
What's
be
wrong
wanting them
with-
to just
what's-
hit something and just
What's wrong with
learn
Taylor
from their
Swift?
mistake.
You're not a Swift
Nothing's wrong with
dog?
Taylor Swift.
So let me just
No.
clarify something. Michael said he wants to learn their mistake, but listen, I have never ever have had so much as a speeding ticket, but our friend Michael here has driven into a gas station. So-
no, we're not doing that. No.
So let's just
I'm changing the subject.
so
We're not doing
so,
that.
so let's see the correlation between people who video to themselves with the music and people who don't.
Okay, look, first of
Michael, is it true that you just
first off, I
had
was
your car
14.
totaled?
I was 14.
He's fine, by the way.
I was 14. I crashed my mom's car driving by myself. Yeah, I crashed into a pillar in front of a Wawa, I'll admit. But I didn't total her car. And then the second accident I've had, I only had two, was I was in my car and I was coming to a stop because there was someone in front of me who stopped as well. Then this lady proceeded to not apply the brakes and slam right into my car.
Okay,
Totaling my car and her car.
let's just put it this way, Joshua. Who would you feel more comfortable with, Michael in regular driving, or me? Maybe recording the music I'm gonna have.
Well, to be perfectly honest, it's
Probably
Y'all
Michael.
are both that shit insane. So I don't want to drive with any
Josh
of
would
you.
drive himself.
I'd rather drive myself.
Or take it with you.
So I'm just keeping it real. But honestly, if I had to choose, I don't know. It's a tough choice.
Hey.
It's
Those-
the
those-
better
those-
two evils.
Those accidents were completely excusable.
You right. So what's the next? What's the next topic on the list?
Our next topic is the cartoons and how they were. So for everyone out there, Joshua is 20 years old. I am 20 years old, and our guest here, Michael, is 21.
I'm legally able to drink. Only one in the group who's able to drink. It's kind of sad.
I've
'cause
actually taken an oath
can't
of
drink with
sobriety.
I mean, there's
I got no drinking friends.
Cahill's can.
Cahill, there's Eric.
There are other friends.
Yeah, they might come on. Cahill should definitely be on one of these.
We got this weird guy
But, I
who's
don't-
Dutch named Nolan.
Yeah,
You'll see him soon.
You gonna see
Flying
young
Dutchman.
Dutchman sooner or later.
Yeah, Flying
you know?
Dutchman, yeah.
So
Yeah, young Dutch, he'll be on here.
so our cartoons were
We'll talk
like
about Suriname.
1990s into early 2000s. So there's a big difference between the cartoons then and the cartoons now. You know, the cartoons now. I don't know what you think.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty bad. But when you get down to it, they aren't all terrible. Like, there are some good cartoons that have come out recently. Like, I know
Name
one. I
Name
know
one.
one that a lot of people like. I couldn't really get into myself, but I know a lot of people like Steven Universe. That was one
No, I have
that
to
a lot
stop
of
you
people
there.
liked.
No,
They
that's
thought it was
very
a really good
controversial
one.
topic right there.
I mean, I'm just
Steven
saying.
Universe, I hate Steven Universe.
I couldn't get into it, but it's like when you get down to the fundamentals, it's a decent cartoon.
Yeah.
It has a good story, and it has there's actually decent plot. And then there's stuff like Uncle Grandpa, and what's another stupid one? Like
freaking OKKO. Like,
Yeah,
like
this is-
the thing about cartoons nowadays is that they become really lazy when it comes to cartoon design.
Yeah,
and
like-
character development.
yeah, it's
All these
pretty bad.
cartoons. You ever seen like how a lot of cartoons they all have like the same smile with the 3 lines in
Yeah,
their
it's
mouth?
just-
It
they put
just,
no effort into it.
our teachers were right about our generation growing up just being lazy.
I feel like a big difference is that cartoons nowadays are trying to be more funny, as cartoons before were funny, but they were also established like big backstories and definitely like
Yeah, I feel like a lot of the cartoons
know.
today's they're made to just get the attention of little kids, to keep kids busy. Is basically like when you look at a show like Uncle Grandpa, it's just like a color trip. It's just like bright colors, loud voices, and it's just trying to get a lot of these kids to just sit in front of the TV and shut up all day while their parents do something else.
A lot
And
of
I feel
cartoons
like-
nowadays are trying to make kids see that a lot of this has to do with ethnic groups and stuff, and a lot of social groups. A lot of kids can be more acceptable of like people who are like different gender or different sexual orientation or different background. Like, cause you ever notice how like some of the most lit cartoons from back in our childhood were
I'm telling you, like,
kind of whitewashed, like Hey Arnold. Hey Arnold was one of the most lit cartoons ever, and people born in the '90s would know that Hey Arnold was one of the most lit cartoons ever, and we only had that one black kid out of the whole group, Gerald.
yeah, the freaking stereotypical
And then Rugrats, we had Susie. She was like the only black girl.
Yeah,
And
it
that
was-
was it. Now we got Craig of the Creek, and
You are.
we I can't even talk. We got Craig of the Creek, and like I don't know, cartoons like that and Steven Universe are like trying to make people more open to like LGBT friendly communities and stuff like that, and it's just like they're trying to. I'm thinking they're trying to force that upon kids, and
maybe
it
give
makes
the
me feel
option.
scared because I'm scared that my kids are gonna be like wanting to be, wanting to have different gender than what they're born with. Because Steven Universe, what I don't get about Steven Universe is a lot of these cartoons are kind of low key sexual because they got this thing in Steven Universe where they talk about fusing, and what it is you take 2 characters and you fuse them together, and they can be different genders, and when you fuse them together, they become this other gender that I don't get it. I just don't get it.
No problem with it.
All right, so I don't know. What I have to say against that is like, if my kid feels a certain way, I'd be glad he has that cartoon or she has that cartoon to relate their situation to. If it is, LGBT or things like
times
that.
are definitely changing.
Yeah, we have to be open.
I mean, it's not bad.
I mean, we got a cartoon about an apple and an onion. What the hell has happened?
There's that stupid cartoon. I don't know what it's called, but
it's called Apple and Onion.
It's just called Apple and Onion. No, it's just VeggieTales was lit. I don't know if you
I never watched VeggieTales.
I watch VeggieTales all the time. It was like, basic kind of like Bible pandering.
Oh yeah.
It was.
Yeah, we would have like stories from the Bible, Moses and
it was pretty good,
Joseph
but
and Mary.
Well,
played by an eggplant and a carrot and a tomato.
Well, just want to say thank you for tuning in. We hope that you follow this podcast just to enjoy this, enjoy our talks. It's relaxing,
So when do you think the next podcast is going to be, guys?
I think we can schedule a routine podcast, maybe like once or twice a week.
Once or twice a week, probably, what do you say, Friday and what?
Sunday, Friday and Sunday?
Friday and Sunday every week.
Sunday. And by the way, this is our first podcast, so we do need to wait a certain amount of time till we can live stream, but
yeah, but once we get that up and running, we'll probably start live streaming. But let us know with some topics that you guys think would be good for us to continue on our next week's podcast starting this Sunday. Hopefully we'll have it uploaded. Hopefully I can get this uploaded either today, which is Friday, the 14th, or Saturday morning. So no, it's 14th. It's not the 13th.
Not the same.
14th.
Not the same.
Yeah, hopefully I can get this uploaded.
Friday 13th somewhere.
And yeah, we'll see you guys next week.
Adios.
I use the bathroom. Matter of fact, I'm gonna go use the bathroom right now.